Changing our mind is something that when we do often, more often than not, people will tend to think that, hey, what are you changing your mind? What are you doing? Weren't you supposed to be focusing in this career or in this area or in this concept that you had in your brain not so long ago? And the thing is that with changing your mind, it's really important to understand that the more agile or the more often that you change your mind, and the more often that you try new things, new methods, new ways to pursue a certain activity, a certain objective, a certain goal, more likely than not, you will be closer to achieving that goal. In this society, I have to come to realize we are a species, we human beings, we are used to keeping in our tracks for all our lives. We don't change, we don't experience anything beyond what we know, we don't go out there and try to make things different. We just keep doing what we are used to be doing all of the time. This is not something that is original for me, but this is a fact. When you are able to change your mind and change your path and change the way that you're pursuing things, well, more likely than not, you will be able to adapt, you will be able to accommodate to the ever-changing landscape of our lives, you will be able to decide to see if the skills that you have in your hand at a given time are the ones that you actually need, and makes your mind malleable, makes your mind able to change and to adapt. And changing your mind is actually, you are able to go ahead with a decision. You don't need to wait too long to think about it. You are able to, on the spot, just go with it, and you are able to understand that no matter what happens, whatever decision you make, whatever is the outcome, is always gonna be 50-50. And this means either you win and you succeed, and whatever avenue that you have taken and you have decided upon that change of mind has given you success, you have achieved something better, you have grown, you have making money, I don't know, whatever is your objective. Or if everything fails, at least you learn. And if you're willing to go on that direction, if you're willing to accept that you won't know if you're right until a certain amount of time has gone by, then it makes it easier to go ahead and do the changes. The thing that happens is that our families get in the way and they say, why do you want to change? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to, for example, in my case, that I left my career as an engineer, why are you abandoning this? Why aren't you pursuing that career? Why are you changing? Because I need to. I have that feeling that perhaps the activity, the routine that we have been doing is not the one that brings us the most happiness, and that's the kicker. That's the most important part of the whole thing. If it doesn't bring you happiness, if it doesn't bring you comfort, if it doesn't bring you, fulfillment, then why are you still doing that? And not all the time is gonna be something so masterful, so with all this purpose in the middle of it. Maybe something a bit small, like changing my hat. Have you realized I have changed my hat so many times? Good. Or maybe it's just something more meaningful, like leaving behind the comfort of a certain language, like I've been doing on these last 4 videos. This is the 4th that I've done in a row that is in English, and that's a big change. And changing your mind needs to be as easy as dropping a website that I used to have that didn't fulfill me, that I really didn't see any kind of value coming out of it for myself. For example, if you buy something, or if you go ahead and you create yourself a website, or if you think, oh hey, I'm gonna do this project, I'm gonna sell things online, or I'm gonna draw, or I'm gonna take photography, or I'm gonna try it out doing certain things because I think I like them. If time goes by and you haven't done shit with it, like I did with my website, I bought my website in October last year and I didn't touch it in the last 6 to 7 months. Is it worth it to have that? Is it worth it to pay again for hosting? Is it worth it to, pay again for the domain name, to keep it there, gathering virtual dust? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your effort? If you find yourself, and this is a good mix, if you see that you have some kind of laziness in regards of some sort of activity, for example, my website that I left behind. The thing is, if you find yourself really hard to get into the routine of this new activity that you want to do, or into the routine of this activity that you've been doing for all your life, and you stand in the mirror and you see yourself and you think, hey, is this what I want to do? And the answer is plain and simple, no. Then fucking change. The more often we change our minds, the more often we go and do it better. If you don't have the fear of failure and you just want to go ahead and try new things and learn from those new things, then opportunities might arise. I don't know what's going to happen with this. In the last 5 months, I have changed more things about my channel, about what I've been doing, about the way that I'm creating content than ever before. And these changes is not like, oh, I'm gonna do it for a little while, I'm gonna see, I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna go all the way into shit. Whatever happens, happens. Change your mind, yes. Be adaptive, yes. And more important, try and try again and try again and try again. If I see in perspective, I tried doing some kind of topic in a kind of language for over 5 years. And now, this is my 4th episode in a completely different language, in a completely different topic. I need to try this out now. I need to give it time. You need to be patient, but then you need to be quick at changing your mind whenever something doesn't feel right. I was doubting myself. Is this change okay? Should I go back and do my videos in Spanish? Is this okay? Am I doing it right? And then I stopped for a second and then I saw things in perspective and I remember the kind of thinking that I was having, and I remember, no, you need to do this because A, B, C, and D. And when those A, B, C, and D hypotheses that you have are either correct or incorrect, then you can do something. And right now it's too early. But the only way for us to know is to be able to say, hey, you know what? Fuck it all. Drop everything, change, and see what that change can bring to your life. With nothing else, my friends, thank you very much for being there. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Thank you very much if you've been with me since the beginning and you speak Spanish and you are here right now. I would like to hug you if I could. But thank you very much if you are one of those subscribers that have followed me from the beginning and you are still watching my content. Thank you. If you're not, please subscribe. You can always subscribe. Click the bell so you can have a notification whenever CocoMike uploads a new episode. Without further ado, thank you so much for being there. Thank you for your support. Share this with anyone that you might think that can help, giving a hand to inspire them, to help them, to make them think in a different way. Just try to change and be happy. And without further ado, Sayonara!